to the channel, and welcome to stage 1 of the Rolling with ENVE series, which is on the two British route for this particular programme. I'm sitting in the pen with 32, 33, 34, 35 others. Yep, it's still going up in the sub 510 races score category. Soon we'll be off. Word to the wise, there's hardly anything to be gained. In fact, nothing to be gained from creating a 2-second gap during the lead-in when you rip out the pen. But I'm not one of those people that listens to common modality. So I think, why not give it a punch? I'm going to enjoy the first K out in the wind. With fresh legs-ish. I did 2 hours this morning. It's not really an issue, but I wager it's going to get worse each time we come around. Through the rollers, which I quite like, at 5 watts per kilo, then up the last lump before we plummet down to the sprint over the bridge. And for each and every lap on this race, I won't be wasting any watts doing that, you'll see. Incidentally, my best on that sprint is sub 10. I don't know what it is, 9 point something, but yeah, we'll get back to that. My 5-minute average has dropped in at 239 watts, so that's 3.5 watts per kilo roughly for me at 67 kilos, which I am. Little punch up that little hump there, putting me up in the headwind again, briefly, but I'll soon be floating back to the back, don't worry. I'm seeing good watts per kilo. When I get to that red segment, I seem to plummet through the group. So they're obviously pushing way more power at that point. And so by the time we reach the first mini summit before the blue section, I'm losing them at 2, 3 and 4 seconds before the last little bit. And then of course they're in a pack dynamic and they have the weight and they have the draft, and I'm flying off the back on my own, pushing as much power as I want. I'm not catching them. my lighter weight works against me on every flat and every downhill where I'm in a group dynamic and I'm trying to pull back. Now in a sweep situation where I'm doing that on the daily for the team SZR, it's something I'm expecting to do, and the watts that I can put out during those digs, which can be anything up to 30-40 seconds, doable because the group allows, and the yellow beacon should at least be allowing for us reds sweeps together to work as a little group of maybe 4 or 5, whatever we've got in baggage, to bring those people back to the main peloton. But the difference being that in the meantime, while we're pushing hard, they're not pushing hard as a group. They're lying back, sitting back on the watts, and just casually waiting for us to join. That said, it can still prove really difficult if you're on the wrong rolling terrain or you've got a lot of flat, a lot of downhill. That group is still going to skate away from you. But you make it work. But in a race scenario, you're off the back. You got 5 seconds. It's a very big gap. Yeah, you can make it, but that group isn't interested in you catching them. Thankfully, in this particular scenario, I had 2 other guys working with me. So as a mini pack, Godfrey and Vanderburg, I think, we managed to pull back that 5-second gap, and we pushed back into the group with I think we're at the 8K mark. .38 races still in the group, and they're not pushing too much, which helped us a little bit to catch them back. But I sit happy now at 6th position. Come into the bridge sprint again, just over the rollers, little push, and then fly down. I'm not sure why anyone's using the steamroller power-up on tarmac. I'll have a look at that. I'm pretty sure it's just for bumpy ground, right? Like cobbles to flatten them out. Anyway, maybe they're just dumping them rather than putting them in the bin. So as we pass this bridge sprint again, which I don't have a dig at, the best effort that I've done, sub 10, is probably due to the fact that we do an SZR sprint interval session on Thursdays, and sometimes we use this route. During that, we might have 60 or 70 in our pack, so the draft's really good. Push lead outs as well on each lap, so people helping the sprinters to pull their best efforts out. And in the meantime, AJ's at the front again, taking headwind. I'm going to pay for every bit of that time I eat wind, and for the dig I did at the beginning, punching out for the first kilometre, and all the digs that I've had to do getting back to the group. Essentially, I'm going to pay for everything here, and I'd be very surprised if I don't finish last. Once again, we're on the climb, so the nemesis for this race for me, and the red section's going to hit and watch me drop like a stone. To be fair, my 1 and 5 minute efforts are rising in the box on the left there. 5 watts per kilo on the downhill pushes as well. You know, it's all good. It's just I should be in the pack, helping myself. question is now, can I close this 5-second baby gap on my own and still have enough legs left for any sort of sprint finish? Tactically, this is the worst. My 20-minute average drops in at 246 watts. So that puts me at 3.61 watts per kilo, as you can see there, for average for the whole event. If they could finish on that drop down to the bridge, I'd be golden, because I'm flying the front of that every time we hit the rollers. But maybe everyone by last lap anyway now. 3Ks to go, they're all resting. Ooh, 300 kilometers this week, and it's only Wednesday. Cool. As I've changed the camera angle here, I felt good in the pack at this point. I'm in the pack, at least. And my heart rate's 146 of a max 210. But the jury's out on that last big climb, and it's coming, and I'm watching it back. I know what's going to happen anyway. And here she comes, like a big, horrid, fat, sweaty auntie who insists on hugging you at family parties. I'm 8 again. Yuck. This could be just about the worst place for topography of this type to take form with 2k to go. I got absolutely no chance now. 6.5 watts per kilo, here I am, going up here, and I'm still being dropped. Yeah, no. And there we go. Now I'm 3 seconds off. Now I'm 4 seconds off. Doom. Doom it is, this. Your journey down here, despite me not really letting off the throttle at all, I can't graft back. There's too little in terms of kilometre distance to go to the finish, and attacks are going to start anyway within the last K. that's a shame. So I take 18th out of the rest that were running 38, I think it was. My average is about 3.7 watts per kilo, which is a little under prime for me, but I don't think my tactics played any help there. With a simple little tweak on my tactics during the race, I could have changed how I climbed that one hilly bit, watched what I was doing with headwind, considered just staying in the pack as much as I could if I could manage any more power on that one climb, and I could have been in the top 10, and then that would have delivered me into the pack for the punch time, which I always manage okay on sprints. But that's it, wrapped up again. Strava link to my effort is always in the description. Give me a follow if you want. I might see you on Zwift someday. In the meantime, thanks for watching yet again, and ride hard, ride more, and ride on. Cheers for now.